Starts as a janitor, totals his car, baby on the way. Now he's got 9 properties, done 10 deals, sold a condo, kept the homes. Let's welcome Darius to the show. How you doing, Darius?
Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so you start this journey real estate investing way back in 2014. I kind of gave you the intro reel, but set up your life for us in 2014. What where were you at?
Yeah, in 2014, I was, I pretty much at my last few dollars. Me and my wife, we was able to save about $10,000. Living with family members. It was we were in a 2-bedroom house, like maybe a little bit less than 800 square feet, 7 people in the house.
Wow.
Like you mentioned as well, I was a janitor, totaled my car,
Mm,
still in school, baby on the way, all of the normal problems that, college kids have or can have,
right. So again, so I mean, you set this up, right? So you're in college, you're obviously going to school to better yourself to get a degree to do something else. You're a janitor, you're paying the bills, you're going to school, busting your butt, total the car, wife's pregnant, baby on the way. Why didn't you just drop out? Or I mean, it just seems like there's lots going on, and I think a lot of people have these choices sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. So there was things that so I had a bright future, put it that way. I was getting my master's degree at the time, so I already had degrees and certifications and skills in place. During
Nice.
that time, graphic design was just now picking up as
Hmm.
well. So I went to school for that. MBA, I got an MBA, master's in business.
Nice.
Yep. So what ended up happening is I ended up getting a job at Chrysler.
Okay.
So I got a job at Chrysler, just an entry level job, not making much, maybe like 15 an hour at the time. And I bought my first house as well. So it was like it happened all at the same time. My first house was like $9,100. It was a traditional single family home. 3 beds, 1 bath, 1,200 square foot colonial. Most people would call it the hood. You know, During that time, homes were very affordable.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
they're definitely getting away from that.
Well, I don't think we've done this. My mistake. Where were you investing and buying in? You were in. I know you were in the state of Michigan, but where at specifically?
Pontiac, Michigan, like 35 minutes outside Detroit,
Okay.
home of General Motors, Chrysler's here. Now we have Amazon's distribution center,
Hmm.
Lee's Construction. We got some pretty decent companies here now. So
Wow. So again, so 2004. So you closed on your first 3 bedroom, 1 bath. The home was 9,500. Did you say
9,100.
9,100? Woo.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
It was a bidding war on HomePath.com.
Yep.
Back then, HomePath was a lot different back then than it is now. I'm sure you're aware.
Oh, absolutely,
uh,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah. So the bidding started at 6,500, and I had already seen about 20 homes before that. So I was getting beat a lot. I mean, collapsed stairs, collapsed roofs, um, homes if 5 grand, I would offer 5 grand, above asking price. I would still get beat.
Hmm.
So regardless of the condition, you can definitely tell it was a market, at least in my local area at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you were looking to buy this home, you were doing the work every day. You were looking. This was going to be your primary residence, at least to begin with, right? This wasn't an investment, at least day one.
Yeah, yeah, that's correct. And just to make everybody aware, I was intelligent, I had degrees and stuff like that, but I had no skill. I didn't know how to use a hammer, a drill, any of that stuff. I had no tools. I thought the house had copper. It had no copper in it. And just because
No,
I was assuming that, oh, there's a sink in there, so the sink must
no,
work and
there.
stuff. I was just not
Yeah, there's a
thinking,
sink right there. Why wouldn't it work? There. Oh,
Yeah,
whoops.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, it did have good bones and stuff. So it had like a brand new roof. Like the exterior was pretty much, sound. So
All right. So talk about us buying this home again. Your words in the hood. Was it like a lot of the properties I heard about back in the day, where again the wiring was stripped, plumbing was out, and you basically bought a shell, and then you spent 6 months reinvigorating, or not really?
so no, the furnace and hot water tank were gone. The plumbing was gone. Electrical panel was out of there, but the walls were up. So the old
Okay.
school 1929 wiring was still in the property.
Okay. All right. So then, so you get into the house. I'm guessing you don't move in day one because working plumbing's kind of a nice thing to have. What happened after you bought it?
So there was a couple guys across the street. One of them, he's an engineer. His name's Cerrone Cathy, real good friend of mine. He actually purchased the home across the street from me for like 3 grand. I mean, the whole street during that time was just it was jacked. I mean,
Yeah.
the average. I think I probably bought the most expensive house in the street that during that time.
For 9 grand. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But the guy Cerrone, he was an engineer, electrical engineer, but he knew he had a lot of skills. And what I
Okay.
did is I didn't know he had those kind of skills. I just, just offered him. His house is just as bad as mine. I said, hey man, you need some water, anything, let me know. And
Right.
he was like, what's in the house? And I'm like, nothing. uh, he's like, well, I could probably help you out with a furnace and stuff. So he helped me out, helped me learn how to put the furnace in.
Mm.
Told me, guide me through the electrical and stuff. And I was able to learn from him basically, little by little.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it took me about a year and a half to finish the first one, but I I wasn't, I had an investor mindset. I was like, I'm thinking like, man, these homes are gonna get more expensive, and I got a few grand left in my pocket. There was a house 2 streets away listed for 2,500. It was
Ah,
yeah, it was a single family 1,100 square foot home, 2 bedroom, 1 bath house,
wow.
and it was listed for, I'm sorry, it was listed for 5,200. I bought it for 2,500 at the time.
Wow.
So it's still no skills, don't know much of anything. There wasn't even a door in the house when I bought it. There was no door. It was just wide. Yeah, it was just
Just
wide
people
open.
walking in and out. Just
Yeah, but like anybody else, most people would, go to the property, say negative stuff to me. The norm.
yeah.
Don't buy it. You're wasting your money. That kind of thing.
Sure.
That $2,500 house is my most valuable home today. My wife's a realtor. She sold the house next door. The investor bought it for 13,000. She sold it for 155,000. And
Nice.
the lot in between the homes, I own the land in between the homes as well. So it sits on like a triple lot right now. It's
Nice.
probably worth a little bit more than 150. So,
And how
but
long was that? What year did you buy that one for 2,500?
I bought that for in 2015. So I bought it the year after I purchased the first
Okay.
property. But I
Nice.
didn't start working on it right away because I didn't know how to do anything. I didn't have any money.
Right. Right.
But like I told you before, I was living with family members originally, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
you know, those family members moved into my primary property with
Okay.
me. So I ended up moving them into that property later on.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
still there today. I give them the family discount.
Family discount. Good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah,
So when you were buying these, were you just paying cash or credit cards or family money, or how were you kind of buying
right.
day one?
So the first property, I would go to my janitor job, come back, I'm doing the Dave Ramsey trick.
Yeah.
And I touch on that a little bit as well.
That's
But
awesome.
my first, my job, come back, buy the materials, work in the property little by little.
Sure.
The second property, I started to use this thing, the Home Depot credit card during the time.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I I couldn't get a loan just like everybody else. It was very difficult to get loans during that time. People say it's easier to invest today. It's easier to invest back then when the prices were low versus today. Well, back then you couldn't get
Yeah.
financing.
I know. I keep telling people there's a housing market and a lending market. They just don't understand.
Yeah,
It was hard for me to get lending, right? I had to pay hard money 12 points, right? So
right, right.
yeah,
Right.
okay.
But I use the Home Depot credit card, and I still use it today. Still today. It's what is like anything over like $1,000 or 1,500 bucks or whatever. There's like no interest for like 24 months, up to 24 months. There's
Ah,
no
okay.
interest. So what I would do is I would go buy all the materials for my house, which would like $7,000. I put everything on that Home Depot card, pull up in a truck, put all the materials in the house, and then I would work in the house with those materials little by little, and then over time I
Mhm.
would pay that monthly
Yeah,
payment.
that's
Right.
awesome. Okay. So okay, so
So
you skill up,
mhm.
you get that second one. Where do you go from there?
I was about, I would say 20 into 2016, about 2016, I bought another single family home, 3 bed, 2 bath, finished basement, 2 car
Oh wow.
garage. I mean, this was a real good house. That one's probably worth maybe 150 to 170 today.
Okay.
It's in, I mean, a great location. It's in Pontiac as well. All my Pontiac properties are in a 3 mile radius.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
And I bought that off of auction.com blind.
Ah,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, so I was able to drive past it, look at the house, so I could see it on the outside. Oh, okay, I'm getting something good, you know.
Yeah.
It was listed. Yep, it was listed for. The bidding started at $10,000. I got it for 35,000. I took
Nice.
a home equity loan, term loan, a 10-year term loan on my primary residence, and I literally just took that cash and bought that property on auction.com. Again, the websites were different back then. They're more sophisticated, more developed
Sure.
nowadays. So
Yeah. Yeah, I got
uh,
one of the deals I got I think it was 2000 and probably 11. I did buy one on auction.com as well, a little duplex I got there.
okay,
It was a different time. They were definitely they're more advanced now for sure.
right, right.
Yeah.
And and look at the draw. I went in after I bought that property. I went in that property. It was very little work to do.
Oh, nice.
I only put about 15 grand worth of work into it. That's when I started to tailor off and stop doing the work myself.
Okay.
Um, and that's when I got my first non-family member tenant.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was able to experience what it's like to do the eviction and all that stuff. Get a
Yeah.
real contract in place.
Yep.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. So let's fast forward to today. So this is a great story starting from very little. You I love it because you just kept moving forward. You didn't make excuses. You figured it out. You figured out the Home Depot credit card. You figured this, you figured that. You sacrificed, right? Living with family to keep expenses low. You move people in. How does the picture look today?
So today, I finally, I did get a lot better job. By trade, when I work in the engineering environment, and I became an engineer. I was first in design, like CAD and stuff like that, graphics, and then I
Sure.
moved on into an engineering role. So that really helped financially. So I play a major role in the engineering industry right now, and that's the job part.
Hmm.
Now, for the investing part, I just scaled. And what I mean by scale, I'm not talking about buying one property per year. I bought 5 properties in a matter of 12 months.
Okay. Wow.
And the way I did that was I refinanced 3 single family homes with
Hmm.
the with unsecured debt. I used some unsecured debt from the bank, regular
Okay.
like personal loan. It was
Sure.
just a large one, like a $35,000 loan. I took around 300,000, and I went to the Genesee County. Well, I bought one in Pontiac and 4 in Flint.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I own 5 in Pontiac, 4 in Flint, and uh, during that time, so that was into 2021 to 2022 is when I bought those 5 properties. Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
The 4 that I bought in Flint, those I bought at an extreme discount. I mean, the first one was fully remodeled, everything but the roof. I
Mm.
purchased for 35,000. Now, the reason why I got them, yes, is Flint. I know there's a lot of homes in Flint still today, very cheap. I mean, below 10 grand you could buy a property, right?
Mm.
But the condition of the properties were not 10 grand properties, and it's
Mm.
because I bought them during when they shot at the eviction ban, and when they shot at the water, they were still having water issues. I was out there learning about the real estate in Flint, learning about
Okay.
the water situation. I didn't run from it. I looked at it as opportunity. And like I said, when they said to make a second announcement with the eviction ban, that's when I went out there and I bought properties for, I mean, really good homes. They're probably worth about anywhere from 80 to 100. They're below
Mm.
100 grand. But when you're buying them for, anywhere from 10 to $30,000, it's a very good
Now, were
investment.
these on the MLS or were these auctions or tax auctions? What were these?
Right. So the first one was MLS. I was just like everybody else, real scared about Flint. So I'm gonna take the
The safe
easiest
route.
approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
safe route. Right, right. So the first one was MLS. I went with my wife on that one. The second was from MLS, and the last 2 were from the Genesee County Land Bank auction. It's
Oh, the
just a
land
city
bank. Okay.
auction. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yep.
All right. Well, very,
Now,
very cool. So go ahead.
no, no, no. So like the difference between the auction.com and this and the Genesee County Land Bank auction is what I tell everybody to take advantage of is that you can go and see the properties in person,
Ah,
right? Where auction.com, you
no,
just got the
drive
web right.
by. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, folks, pay attention. We're going to get into video number 2 in a minute where Darius shares with us what he would do to get started today. But Darius, if somebody wanted to follow what you're doing in Pontiac or Flint, where do we send them? Do you have a IG page, a website? Where would you like people to follow you?
Uh, Instagram is the easiest. You can ask me any question on there, and I'm direct to reply. That's Darius underscore one of one, all letters. So just
Nice.
spell it out. And then you can go to my website, rewithd.com. That's just real estate with Darius. If any of those two, you can find me by Googling. So
Awesome, Darius. So I appreciate you. I look forward to topic number 2. Take care.
thank you.